JIGL is a subject where it is completely legal language, technical words, and many students feel that, sir, my English is not good, how will I pass? But let me show you the paper today in this video. Please make sure you watch it till then. Nitesh Gowda, who has got 64 marks in JIGL. Please remember, conceptual clarity is utmost important. It is the most important. There is no argument about it. If you know the concepts well, even if your language is not the best, you will get marks, because concepts and points and the core content, your stuff, what you have in your head, that is what should be shown in your answer script. So Nitesh Gowda is someone who has worked very hard. We have also done his success story. You can have a look at it. And he's someone who always struggled with English, but he never gave up. He made sure that he got the concepts right. He worked very, very hard on the concepts. He also practiced writing. We have a concept of 1 day, 1 answer as homework in Ekcel Academy coaching. He did that every single day. He never missed it. And obviously he has got the results. So please watch this. You will get a lot of tips which you can use in your exam when you write JIGL. Let us get into Nitesh's paper and see how he got 64.
Yes, let us see how you can get 64 marks in JIGL. As I told you in the introduction, this is JIGL and the student has actually got 62 and 2 marks for rationalization has been added and totally 64. And we want to thank Nitesh Gowda of Ekcel Academy, who has scored 64, for sharing his paper. You can also watch his interview on the success stories. So how can you score 64 marks? What are the strategies which you can adopt? Let us try and understand so that you too can do well in your exams. So the first thing is, Nitesh has been very, very hardworking and he had some issues with English, but he worked very hard and he has got 64 marks. So with hard work, anything is possible. So this is a question where we need to analyze the statement of Jeremy Benton. So this is basically from Sources of Law and this is a 5 marks question. So he has given the brief over here, first introduction, then he has told the points, then criticisms, everything has been written, presentation is good, neat and clear, 3 marks has been scored, right? Next, how far the essentials of federal polity is incorporated in the Indian Constitution. So this question is about federal system in the Indian Constitution. So you have unitary and federal, correct? So this is about federal. Again a 5 marks question. So India has a federal constitution. That is, we have the center and we have the states. So each one have their own government, they have their own powers. All that is what we need to write. So what is very interesting is Nitesh has directly come to the case. So in the Keshwananda Bharati case, what is this federal constitution? He has told. What are the main features? If you see here, he has written in point. So it is easy for people to correct and understand. Right? Then mode of formation of the federal government. So how it is formed. If you see here, the flow is very good. The logic is very good. The clarity of thought is excellent. Then the state position of federal government has been done. Then what is single ownership? So finally, he is getting 3 marks. So they have given 4, but then they have cut it and they have given 3 out of 5. Alright. So next question. Again, just look at the way it's presented. He has written only how much he knows. See, this question is relating to a state in the Union of India made provisions for district-wise distribution of seats in medical colleges on the basis of population of a district. Decide the classification. This is all about reasonable classification. Is it correct? I always tell, write whatever you know. So now if you see here, quantity is not there, correct? But he has written what he knows. What is valid classification meaning? Okay. So in the above case, the valid decision, government defining a state, population shall be valid classification. So he is given that. So he has got 2 marks because whatever he has written is correct. So write whatever you know. Next question. Discuss in brief power of the court to try offences under the Indian Penal Code or any other law under CRPC. So this is mainly about the power. So directly is going to the point. Be direct, don't beat around the bush, directly to the point. So power of the court. So what is it? Death sentences, imprisonment, fine. He has mentioned immediately. Then he has given what is death sentence, imprisonment and fine. Okay. Then he has given under criminal procedure, that is CRPC, how it is done. The classification he has given. What is the powers? So it's in form of a table as you can see. Correct? Since the answer is having quality and quantity, he has got 4. So finally in the first question he has got 12 out of 20. 12 out of 20, if you see in percentage wise, actually it is 60%. So I'm sure you too can do it. See, some question you get only 2, some 4, 3. So average. So when you look at average, definitely you can get 60 plus marks. You should work hard towards it. So next is under CRPC duties of police officer when you are making an arrest. That is the question. Remedies available to defendant when ex parte decree is passed, and intra-territorial, extraterritorial application under the IPC with the exception. So these are the questions, and this is what we need to understand over here, which he has taken forward. So again, so police officer can arrest the person is given clearly when it is a cognizable offense. If you see here, he has left one line, so it looks very neat. So after every point he has left one line. So this is very good presentation. So I want you to observe, because presentation can get you extra 10 marks. I repeat, knowledge is first importance, but along with that you can get good marks, right? So he has got 2 marks because he has written whatever he knows. He has not written any story, and they will give marks when you write what you know. They will definitely give the marks. So even the next question, if you see here, he has written everything. The logic is so good. If you just read it, you can pause it and read it, because the idea of this video is to make you understand how to present. So I'm not reading every answer, just pause it and read it yourself. I have already read it once. The logic is very good, the flow is very good, the points is like just clear and perfect. It is not telling some stories. And finally they have given 4 out of 4. Okay, next, interterritorial jurisdiction is the question. Again, he is given a very good introduction. You can pause and read it, right? Next, he has given what is extraterritorial. That is also very well given. And even exemptions he has given. So they have given 3 marks. So if you see here, he has got 10 out of 16 over here. This is 4 marks questions. So if you see, what is very interesting in the way he has presented is that he has connected the question and he has answered to the point. Briefly discuss intraterritorial and extraterritorial application in IPC with exception. So there are 3 parts to the question: intraterritorial, extraterritorial and exceptions. So if you see the answer also, he has first written intraterritorial, so directly to the point, no stories. Next he has written extraterritorial, very good. Then he has given some exemptions whichever he knows. So he's got 3 out of 4, which is excellent, which is like 75% of the marks. Okay. Define and distinguish between declaratory and persuasive precedent. So they are asking you for definition and the difference. So first he has given the definition, all are perfect. Then he has given the difference and he has got 3 marks. So if you see here, I repeat, the quality is there in the answer and the right quantity. When I say quantity, you should not fill pages, but the right quantity, write all the points. That is what it means in terms of quantity of the answer. 4 powers of NCLT with regard to inspection, inquiry and investigation. So they've asked the question itself where they're telling give detail about any 4 powers of NCLT. So NCLT, what it is he has mentioned the section number, which is excellent. Okay. So then he has given the powers. So for corporate justice, he has given a simple sentence. Very good. So as long as you give simple sentence, even if your English is basic, it doesn't matter. The crux of the matter is important. So he has got 3 marks over there. Discuss the liability of networks web providers under the Information Technology Act. So Information Technology Act, he didn't have complete information, but he has written 2 points, whatever he knows. You can pause and see it, and they have got given 2 marks. So please understand that if you write properly, they will give marks. State the acts with public information officer punished. Okay. It is the substance of the transaction as contained in the instrument that determines the stamp duty. So about stamp duty, it is about substance and not the title of the document. So public information officer, who is he? So see, this nice thing is he has written points like this. So it is very easy to read. This is what you should understand. See, if you are correcting the paper, it makes your life easy to read. See, first is given a nice intro. Then he has left one line, so it looks good. Then is written about appeal. So how any citizen can appeal against public information officer. So he's given that points. Then again he has left one line, correct? Then he has given the conclusion. So he has got 4 marks. So they will give you marks. And this is actually a little strict correction because 62 plus 2, he has got 2 marks rationalization. That means other papers, other people have corrected little more lenient, and this paper is little strict. That is why they have taken the average and they have given extra 2 marks. So he has got 64. So they will give marks if you write to the point, and you have to write the specific detail. You can't write stories. Whatever the specific detail, you have to write only that. Then the Indian Stamp Act. So he is given that answer also pretty well, and he has written how much ever he knows over there. Okay. So compulsory registrable documents. This is a question which is there 4C. When lease of immovable property is compulsorily registrable. Lease of immovable property. So is given the section numbers, which is excellent. In JIGL section numbers, if you write, it's very good. In company law it is compulsory, but JIGL it's very good. So what are the compulsory registrations? Again he has left this space here, and again point wise, so it's easy to read and easy to give marks when you write like this. So 4 marks has been given. Then Right to Information Act, again see it. Though his entire answer is not correct, because of the presentation he has got 1 mark, otherwise they would have given 0. So 1 mark is always better than 0, and they will give marks no matter how much you know. So if you see here, he has got 4 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4 and 1 out of 4. So end of the day, 12 out of 16. So 12 out of 16 is actually equal to 75% of the marks. So that is why please give your best and please write whatever you know. Fundamental duties of Article 51A. Can it be enforced through writ? So there are 2 parts to this question. They have asked this question over there. What are the fundamental duties? So he has studied that and he has listed the fundamental duties. So he has given the list. What I would suggest is, it's better if you write points 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. If you write the points like numbers, it's good, but it's your wish. Next is writs. So when writ is there, habeas corpus is given all those details. So all these details has given him the 5 marks, which is very, very good. How far confession differs from admission as defined in Indian Evidence Act? So you have to tell what is confession, what is admission, and what is the difference. So if you see here, he has written a very nice table. So tables are always good. It is easy to score marks in tables, and you will be using short sentences. So you can definitely take a screenshot or you can just pause and see, but this is how he has been presented, and he has got 3 marks for this, which is very good. State the form and contents of an arbitral award. So again, there are two parts to this question. They're asking what is the form and what is the content. So read the question properly, identify the key words in the question, and then you should go ahead. So again, arbitral award, like paragraph is written, he's left space, very good presentation. All points are not correct, but he has got 2 marks. So this is how it is. So next, which of the cases relating to property can be instituted under 16 of CPC? So state the limitations, if any. So again, 2 parts to the question are there. So he has gone on to tell section 16 of the CPC what can be done, what cannot be done, and they've given 3 marks for this particular answer. State the physical and psychological fact for suitable examples in the Indian Evidence Act. So in Evidence Act, they have asked a very clear question and they've said state. So whenever they say state, it is better you write to the point. So he knows only whatever he has written it very well, and they have given the marks. So if you write well, they will give the marks 11 out of 16, which is again excellent. Time requisite for Limitation Act with the help of a case law. So they have also asked to write case law. So if you write everything, you will get the marks. So since he does not know the case law, he's written the points, whatever he knows, and they've scored 1 mark has been scored. Critically examine the applicability of the liability rule in case of enterprises in hazardous industry. So this is about strict liability, absolute liability, right? So that he has written very well. So he knows everything. They've given so many marks. So this actually, for this question, he has not scored very high because this is basically for 16 marks. So he has got 7 out of 16. But it's okay because in some places he got 12 out of 16, 7 out of 16, 11 out of 16. So like that, when you add up everything, you can get 60 plus out of 100. You don't have to be perfect. You can score overall. So again, magistrate related question. Very good presentation, as you can see. And he has got 2 marks. So finally, he has scored 62 plus 2 marks for rationalization. So 64 has been scored out of 100 marks. So it is all about presentation. So if you present well, you will get good marks. But I repeat, 80% is important for knowledge. So your knowledge gives you 80% of the marks. 20% is for the way you present it. So keep both in mind. And for anything else, please do let us know. We have a series. Please watch all our students of Ekcel Academy on how they've scored 60 plus. You too can score. Just watch these videos. And if you need any further help, you can definitely WhatsApp us 973-973-3400. It is not just for joining coaching class. Whatever help you need, you can get in touch with us. We'll respond to everybody, not only students who join the coaching. We are here to help everyone. So please get in touch with us and follow this series. We have few more videos of our students who have got 60 plus marks in CS Executive. You too can score it. All the best to you.